Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dark and Lovely and welcome to my page, and today's video is going to be a how to DIY palazzo pants. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking excited about this. I mean, I was excited when I was making the video, but now that I've actually finished them and I'm wearing them, I'm more excited, and I'm so happy to share this with you guys because there's not that much info on the internet or anywhere that I could find. And if you find, let me know, or don't let me know, because I got my own pattern now, so it's okay. And I'm here to share that with you guys, so you guys won't need that information either. But there wasn't that much information on the internet about palazzo pants, on how to make them. There's a couple of DIYs on Pinterest, but it wasn't a video. There's a couple of videos of palazzo pants. They call them jasmine pants or something. That's not what I wanted. I was going for a certain look. I seen a coworker with some kind of pants on. I was like, what are those? She's like, I really don't know. I researched and come to find out their terms are palazzo pants. So I'm so excited. I don't even know how to control myself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I drafted my palazzo pants off of a custom legging pattern that I made, and if you want to know how to make custom legging pants, please click right here. I uploaded the video yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope it's helpful and you will need it in order to make the palazzo pants. It has enough information in it for you guys to understand exactly how I drafted my pattern. And if you guys do make some palazzo pants from my video, please tag me and upload them in Instagram and tag me. My Instagram name is at the top of the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye. All right, YouTube, let's get this started. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm basically folding my paper in half so I can find the center of the paper, and now I'm going to place the center of my legging lined up with the center of the paper. You love my weights, aren't they nice? They're candles that I got from Bath and Body Works. What I'm doing now, I'm finding the equal distance between the flare. Basically, I'm making sure I have the same amount of flare on my right side that I have on my left side. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just making sure I have equal distance. Now I'm marking the crotch, the back crotch and the front crotch points on my leggings, and I'm basically going to line it up with the points that I made at the bottom of the equal distance of the flare. So I'm basically just lining everything up. I put a point there and a point at the bottom. Now I'm lining them up. Okay, now I'm composing the bottom. I didn't want to go for a straight hem. I wanted to go for a more rounded look, so I'm using my styling ruler to make my flare a little bit more flary. So I'm making sure I have the same amount of a flare on both sides. So I made one side and then I just connected them in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, because you're just going to hem it. So, sewing's supposed to be fun, not, all, uptight. Now I'm basically just outlining my already lined crotch area. So this is the front, and I'm just transferring that same custom fit onto the palazzo pants from my custom legging pants. And if you want to see that video, please click here on how I made my custom DIY legging pants. Now I'm doing the back crotch, and we're all done. I hope you guys can see that. The marker I used was really light, but there's the top half of the pants, and there is the flared bottom. Now I'm going to cut it all out, and I don't know why I used all that paper. Honestly, I really don't know. And this was a trial and error, guys, for me to get here. I did so many little mock palazzo pants. It was ridiculous. I was doing miniature palazzo pan patterns, okay? Now what I did, I fold I folded my pattern in half on the fold of my fabric. Now, I shouldn't have done it this way, but I did do it this way because the back seam and the front seam aren't going to line up. So I had to go in um, afterwards and basically cut the front seam and or I mean the back seam off, actually the back seam right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. I could have laid them out flat and cut them like that, but sometimes I just like to make life hard. So that's what I'm doing right here. So for my future purposes, I suggest that you lay the fabric out flat and cut it um, not on the fold, but on the flat. So then you could get the front seam and the back seam so you don't have to do what I'm doing right now. Okay. So I've gotten everything all cut out and now it's time to go and sew everything together. Now I'm basically just showing you the layout of how it looks. It could honestly make a really cute maxi dress. The way it falls, you would basically not include the crotch um, points if you were to do the maxi dress. See it right there? Maxi dress. Cute as heck, ain't it? All right, now it's time to sew, and I'm going to sew the crotch seams here and here. Okay. Now I've gotten it all sewn together. Now I'm basically going to sew up the center seam and connect both legs together. I'm making sure both of my crotch seams lines up, and I'm going to go ahead and sew it. I decided to show you guys a little bit of sewing in this video. Sorry, the camera was on the table and my serger was making it shake. So I don't use pins, you guys. I rarely use pins. Honestly, I don't like pins. Sometimes they get in the way, but I do use them when I need to because, you know, I'm not established. Okay, here they go. They're all together. Aren't they freaking adorable? Look at that flare. Get it? What? Yeah. Now basically what I'm doing, I'm finding where I want my waist to be. Now I'm marking my side hips. Bam. Okay. And this is where I'm gonna cut. Okay, in order to basically make my waistband. Okay. Now I marked my little X's and I'm cutting them. And I'm cutting it on the angle so when I apply this waistband, I could tell where the side seams are. Now, honestly, I want it to be a little bit tighter, so I'm not going to make my waistband exactly the same width as my pants. I want it to be a little bit tighter, so that's what I did. I cut off the sides, okay? And the sides are here. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some holes for my drawstrings. I decided to go for a drawstring look. It's my first time ever doing drawstring holes. I've tried to do them before and they didn't come out right. So here it is. Basically, I'm making sure everything is equally, you know, spaced apart with my seam allowance ruler. Okay, and I'm using my chalk just to mark exactly where I want them to be, and they are equal distance. And all right, there it is. Now I'm going to sew zigzag stitch. I used the zigzag stitch and basically this is what I did. I sew a line. Rather than going back stitching because the fabric was kind of thin, I would just turn it around, flip it, sew down, lift my foot, flip the fabric, sew down, lift the foot, sew down, lift the foot, slow down, twist it, all that. So I did that and I got my zipper holes, my drawstring holes, and here they are. I'm cutting them. You could use a seam ripper, but I couldn't find it at the moment, so I just used my little snipper scissors. They worked perfectly fine. It doesn't make a difference as long as you cut the hole open. Try and not cut through your seams that you've already made. Now, this fabric doesn't fray, but I just wanted to make sure that the fabric the thread did not unravel. So I'm using some fray check just to seal basically the fabric. So make sure it's extra sturdy. That's just it. And it really helped reinforce the holes to make them more sturdier for the friction that's going to be happening when you're pulling your strings. Okay. Now I'm going to make the string itself. I just used some scrap fabric. It wasn't perfectly measured out. I was honestly just using it. Sometimes you just have to eyeball things. Now I'm just going to sew it. I measured it around my waist. It fit, so here it is. I like using the serger because the serger allows for it to still stretch when you're tying it. I'm using the pull through method. I put the safety pin at one end of the string and I insert, once I get it correctly in there, I insert it and then I just shimmy, 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 pull it through, make sure it's all the way through. And honestly, my favorite part about making your own drawstrings is using the serger because it still allows for it to stretch without any seams popping at all. The serger stitch allows for a lot of flexibility or elasticity, I should say. Now basically I'm going to turn in the ends. I'm flipping them inside, not a lot, just making sure the rough ends go in, okay? And I'm doing this for both ends. So I'm taking it and I'm stuffing it in itself, basically. I'm stuffing the fabric inside the tube, okay? And I'm basically going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm just going to seal it off with a straight stitch. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to make sure it's sealed. That's it. Zigzag. I mean, not zigzag. Straight stitch right there. There's easier way to do this. I could have just attached the waistband and pulled the drawstring through, but I didn't. Sometimes I just want to try different techniques sometimes, and this was one of them. So I put the drawstring already in the waistband and then I attached it rather than attaching the waistband and then putting in the drawstring. So now I'm making sure all my seams are aligned right now, and I am using straight pins, you guys, because I just wanted to make sure everything was just in the right place. Now I'm taking that front seam and I'm making sure it's lined up with the front seam of my pants, okay? And when I originally did the waistband, there were 4 seams. There were the 2 original seams, and then I just used my serger to cut off the sides of the additional fabric that I took off to make the waistband. So when I originally cut the pants, I cut them at an angle. So it made these little points on the side. So I used that to help me find the center side of the palazzo pants. That really helped. So I'm glad I did cut those at an angle. Now I'm making sure everything is in place. There's equal distance between each seam, so everything will come together. And now I'm just going to sew the waistband on. Bam! And there it is. It's attached, you guys. It came out, I love these pants, you guys. It came out so good. Now basically I am just going to tie the drawstrings to make sure they don't come through in a wash. I really wish I would have had some gold beads to put on. I think I'm still going to look into that and attach those because I think, you know, the tribal print of the pants makes me think of like gold, 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 and more gold. Now it's time to hem the bottom. I did a really simple hem. I just folded it over and folded it over. But wait, I didn't know if I wanted to go for a thick hem or a thin hem, but you guys, I just hemmed it. And here's the final product. Look at them. Aren't they awesome? They're so comfortable. It's ridiculous. They flare out great. I love the fabric and how light it is. It makes them just flow like nobody's other. And they're so comfortable. Like, it's honestly like you're not wearing anything. I'm going to make 1,000,000 pairs of these, and that's it. Look, there's the flare. It's nice. I love the way these pants came out. And also remember, you guys, if you do recreate these pants, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. And thanks for watching. Bye.